Hi, Jordan Adams here with My Money Made Simple. My whole goal for putting these videos together is to give people hope out there that, building wealth is for everybody. Anybody can do it no matter what place you are at in life, whether you're, making $100,000 a year or if you're making minimum wage. It's going to take a little bit more sacrifice and a little bit longer in order to build wealth, obviously, if you're making that minimum wage and someone who's making 100 grand a year. But thank you for joining me. Today's video is going to be specifically about the principles and the concepts of the beginning stages of building wealth. And if you're tired, if you're sick and tired of living paycheck to paycheck, you don't have to. You don't have to do those things. There's three main principles that you need to follow if you want to stop living paycheck to paycheck. And these principles will change your habits and you'll start to create wealth. The first principle is, out of all the money that you receive from people giving you money, from your income at work, the first thing that you need to do is give a minimum of 10%. I'm a Christian, and I believe that you're supposed to tithe 10%, and that's what I do. When you give money, and that's the first thing that you do, you're making a declaration that money does not control you, that you are not going to be controlled by money, that emotions, that the media, that advertisers are not going to manipulate you, but you are making a decision to be in charge of your money. The second thing that you need to do is you need to save/invest a minimum of what you give. A matching of what you give. So if you give 10%, then you also need to match 10% towards your saving and investing. And the saving and investing is money for your future. You're making a declaration that your future is more important than your immediate need today. Okay, and when you follow that principle, what's going to happen is that you're going to see increase in see multiplication through your giving and through your saving/investing. It's a key principle to follow. One of the things that you need to do when you're saving and or investing is that you need to set up an account that it's difficult to access the money. In other words, don't have the money sitting under your mattress where, well, I want that new, Nintendo game, and you go buy it because you have, $500 sitting under the bed that's supposed to be your future. Put it in a bank account a separate bank account that you don't have an ATM card to, and that, there's a couple of obstacles in the way in order to access that money, because it'll keep you motivated not to rely on that money. You have to pretend that money is not there. And the third area that you need to do is, the last and the third area is with your money, is that's where your expenses and your discretionary spending come from. So after you give, after you save for your future, invest, save, the third thing you need to do is whatever you have left over, that's for your rent, that's for your gas money, that's for your cell phone bill. And what's going to happen is that you're going to learn to live off of less. You're making a declaration that you don't need the new iPhone. You don't need a brand new car. You don't need all of these things that you've been conditioned to believe that you want. And over time, you're going to be able to increase your earning. You're going to be able to give more. You're going to be able to save and invest more. And thus, you'll be able to have more money to spend on discretionary spending. You're going to appreciate these things, So I just hope that those things encourage you. The next video, the follow-up video of this, is going to be kind of a layout of a plan, how to make sure that you execute these three steps as simply as possible. And we're going to talk about that next video. Again, subscribe to my YouTube page. Also follow me on Facebook and Twitter, My Money Made Simple. Thank you guys so much.